So let's begin with the new things I watched. I watched, I finished Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood Part 5 really fast, actually, and I enjoyed it. It ended in just the right place, I thought. It made Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood just an overall more relevant story, I thought. Whereas the original Full Metal Alchemist, both the ending of the series and then, in my opinion, the ending of the movie, it kind of left the original Full Metal Alchemist in kind of unanswered, unsettling states, I would say. So, overall, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood was an awesome watch. I enjoyed it beginning to end, although near the first 13 episodes or so, since it was covering stuff that were already covered in Full Metal Alchemist, and it wasn't trying to outdo itself in that regard, it wasn't as entertaining until it reached the newer material. So there's definitely a place for both to exist in the world. It's just I also wonder what it would be like if somebody tried to watch Brotherhood first, since, well, I guess I don't want to talk too much about those details. Anyways, let's see. I watched all of Baka and Test Season 1, and the main problem I had with it is its primary form of humor is treating the male characters as badly as possible, which I actually don't find to be that hilarious. Um, I thought it went a little over the top, and since the premise itself seems very white knightish, it seems more like a uh, I don't know. I summarized it to my friend as male abuse the anime, but I think it's still possible for people to find those situations funny. And the truth of the matter is, it wasn't completely devoid of things that made me giggle, because I liked a lot of the cross-dressing gender ambiguity, sexuality ambiguity that floated around all over the place. I thought the series handled those pretty well. I already knew that one character in particular would be very trappish based upon pictures of them online that are clearly labeled traps, but even knowing that didn't really spoil the fact that watching the interactions around that character were quite amusing. So, in the end, it didn't turn out as awesome for me as it might be for the average person, simply because some of the jokes just rub off on me as kind of tasteless, but that's a preferences thing. Uh, let's see. The other thing I did was I finished Maid Sama, which, okay, so it's interesting that both these animes should come up, because I also thought that Maid Sama Part 1 was sexism against males, the anime, except it wasn't totally like that. So Maid Sama I've actually enjoyed more, but you would enjoy that one not so much for its humor per se as much as its romantic situations, sometimes humorous romantic situations, I guess. And a lot of the stuff in the first season that had me aiming at the series were completely gone by the second season. In fact, they were probably gone by the second disc of the first part. So overall, I enjoyed watching Maid Sama. Especially in the second part, it reminded me a lot of Special A, which I've only watched the first half of. But my complaints to Special A, of course, I didn't think they actually applied to Maid Sama. Special A kind of sets up this one female character as being simultaneously super genius but super stupid. And I don't mean that in a humorous way, such as like what I think Baka and Test tried to do. But then there are some similarities between them, so I have to wonder. Oh well, I guess there's a now similarities triangle between those three anime, which means I really ought to go around finishing Special A sometime. It's been a long time since I watched the first part, and since this week the only new release is Kobato Part 1, then that means that I've got options as to what I choose to watch after that. Maybe somebody asked me to watch something and I couldn't remember what it anyways, those are all the new things I watched on my own. I'm trying to think if, oh yeah, we had a LAN party, and so my brother's wife spent time here, and we were watching Slayers season 4 because she's never seen it before. She's Japanese. She grew up in Japan on Slayer seasons 1 and 2, I think, and saw Slayer season 3 here, I'm guessing, for my DVDs. So she remembers season 3 better than I do, but she forgets seasons 1 and 2 a bit more than I do, I think. So season 4, and this was my second time watching it, of course, and I'm calling them seasons 4 and 5, even though I actually consider them seasons 4 part 1, seasons 4 part 2, based on the way they're constructed. But I thought it was entertaining. You know, watching it. Let's see. She preferred Slayer season 3. She found season 3 to be more entertaining than season 4. At least early on. I didn't get her opinion later on. But I know I enjoyed watching season 4, and actually, watching season 4 made me really want to go back and rewatch the very first season of Slayers. Maybe that's what I was thinking I was going to do this week. Anyways, we didn't watch the 5th season, or as I mentioned, I like to call it season 4 part 2. But, oh, you know, I could just call it Slayers Revolution Evolution, or is it Evolution Revolution? Dang it. Okay, whatever they are. That's the order. We watched the first one, but not the second one. So I'm going to have to remind her to watch the second one so I can rewatch it and remember. Probably rewatch seasons 1, 2, and 3 on my own, since I'm really curious about those now. Yeah, I guess that's all the anime related stuff I can think to talk about. Alright then.